on May the 29th, in Castleton, the band plays. The local girls dress up in garlands of flowers. A lady in steward costume rides side saddle, and her king dons a beehive of fresh flowers. They all parade through the evening streets to a special tune which seems familiar, but which locals say is not the floral dance. It's Oak Apple Day, named when Charles II, who hid in an oak tree, was restored to the throne after Cromwell. But really, this ancient ritual in Castleton is so old no one knows for sure what it's all about. Some say it has dark Celtic origins from pre-Christian tribes around here. Castleton is a bit like that, a seemingly quiet town in the middle of the national park, but full of surprises. It lies on limestone, and on its perimeter are 4 caves or mines open to the public. The Peak Cavern has Britain's largest cave entrance. Speedwell is visited by boat. Blue John yields a beautiful purple stone mined here by the Romans and found in the ruins of Pompeii. Tree Cliff is deep in the hillside, which is home to all these legends and history. Mam Tor, the Shivering Mountain. In 1976, its shell innards shivered so much that a major road, the A625, was lost forever. Today, this earthquake scene reminds us of the force of nature. Perhaps another ritual will be born to celebrate that in years to come. We celebrate the natural features of Mam Tor with this very striking walk, a classic ridge followed by a classic valley. By starting at nearly 1400 feet from the car park just below Mam Tor, you can be at the summit triangulation pillar in a few minutes. Instant high drama as you follow the unmistakable ridge northeast for more than 2 miles, over Hollins Cross, up Back Tor, and on up to Loose Hill. Here you drop down quickly south to the valley floor and into Castleton. From the town's centre, it's southwest straight into beautiful Cavedale, climbing slowly to turn north, heading again for Mam Tor and the car park. This is on the A625, east from Chapel on Lefrith, or west from Castleton, up Winnets Pass, near the turn-off to Edale. Our walkers are Carol, Sheila, Ray and John. Walk up to the top end of the car park and take the steps through the trees. It's as well to get used to steps early, for no sooner do you emerge to a level track by a road than you turn in through the Mam Tor gate and tackle the steep stairway to the summit. Painful at first, but sure and safe thanks to the National Trust. On a weekend, this is one of the busiest footpaths around, for it gives quick access to one of the most popular flying spots in the Peak District. You carry your wings on your back, like a large fly. In the air, it's much more elegant. For walkers, the area is full of excitement. Already, behind you is the dramatic line of Rush-Up Edge, a good route around the head of Edale on another day. The steps level out to pavings, which lead over the summit. For thousands of years, feet have trod this path. Mam Tor a stronghold well before Roman times. The pavings and the concrete factory are icons of today, but the people of Castleton, far below, are still infected with the spirit of history. Nowhere is 1700 feet reached so easily. A chance to see the valley to the north, Edale, where the dark peak reigns. On many days there's not a lot of peace at Mam Tor. The breeze is just what the flyers ordered. They can fly the ridge. You can soar along it, for it's a walker's delight. From Mam Tor, it's a lofty mile northeast to Hollin's Cross, a junction of 6 paths. This low pillar marks the spot, a wonderful viewpoint to choose for a tribute to a rambler. But the scarred ground suggests he might be horrified how many have followed in his footsteps now.
Away, greedy.
Beware
Away.
the residents.
Hey! Oh, shit! That's not on the camera, is it? It's got all your...
The next milestone on the ridge is the rugged crag of Back Tor, overlooking the Edale Valley. Cross the fence at the stile, but you can take the path right to miss out the next 2 climbs. You'll also miss the resultant satisfaction, of course. As you travel eastward, the valley below broadens out towards Hope. Before descending, there is one more hill to conquer. No one ever said the ridge was flat. The National Trust are today's guardians of both Mam Tor and Loose Hill. Their trusty ground markers making the going easier. Skylarks, heard but rarely seen, make trusty companions overhead. The viewpoint indicator on Loose Hill is well positioned, right at the exposed end of the ridge. There are vistas in all directions. To the south and Bakewell, to the east and Sheffield, and to the north, beyond Ladybower and Derwent reservoirs, the largest tract of uninterrupted land in England. There are always regrets at leaving a ridge, especially when, as here, you lose height so quickly, but there is more, much more to this walk than one ridge. Keep to the right of the slope, and over the second stile turn left, down to Crimea Farm, known not only for its name, but also for its family farm trail. At the prominent signpost before the farm, branch off down the field on a concessionary path right. But the map fails to tell of the next obstacle looming, a steep ladder stile. Straight down the field by the hedge, ignoring the sign to Castleton, and out to a farm track. At this point, Sheila leaves us, as the route zigzags downhill, becoming more rural every minute. At Springhouse Farm, a picture in any season, turn right, now following the route westwards to Castleton. Already the ridge is spread out on your right, well worth a lingering look. You are heading for pastures new. When the lane turns left, past Lucille Hall Study Centre, hold your line westward, over a stile with a field path. It's far prettier. The path becomes a track, and there are sure signs you're about to hit the town, but Castleton is as near country as a town can be. At the main road, well, there has to be one, Mam Tor's crumpled A625, go straight on for 100 yards. Then continue south, up to the War Memorial. You may think it's time for a break, and Castleton agrees. Now for one of this little town's big surprises. Who would guess that just around the corner is a touch of nature's magic, as far from Mam Tor as you could imagine. Watch for this narrow path off to the right, and head for its dark recesses. It grows darker still, but yonder a light beckons. Do not falter now, for this path, becoming stony and rising quickly, brings you to a new world. Where's the dark peak now? This is Cavedale, proof that the Mam Tor Ridge is the border between the dark and white peaks. Like much of the landscape south of here, this is a place of light, greenery, gentle flowers, countryside with a softer touch. Overlooked by 11th century Peveril Castle, Cavedale lives very much in the 21st century for those who look for modern, tough activities. Most of the height lost earlier is regained here in Cavedale in just over a mile. It weaves its way upwards, gradually opening out. But this sterner character of the uplands fools no one. It's still a softy underneath. The path finally turns right through a metal gate. Heads across more level ground to a second. Then, staying by a wall at first, it crosses to a double gateway and turns right onto a farm track. In 200 yards, it turns right again, northwest, and the mound of Mam Tor looming ahead signals we have come nearly full circle. At the gateway, cross a few yards to the right to the wall path and continue on to the road and the car park among the trees. Around Mam Tor, its colourful cohorts may still be circling, painting their magic patterns in the sky. They are a fitting symbol of how this walk, from ridge to valley and back again, sends everyone's spirits soaring.